Mike Tirico and Greg Olson on hand as Cameron Dicker is set to kick things off. And off we go from Nashville. So out come the Titans, and they are led, Greg, by Cam Ward. Same alma mater as you, University of Miami, the #1 overall pick in this past April's draft.
You hear people talk about it all the time, and it's especially true, Mike, for young rookie quarterbacks, is just the speed of the game. They had a lot of success in college. They were probably the best player on their team, but just everything is faster. Everything happens with a little more urgency. The quarterbacks at the young age that can make that transition the quickest, everything else then tends to slow down.
And he'll get maybe a yard. That's it. Denzel Perryman in on the stop.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 35-yard line.
From the 35, here's 2nd down and 9. They'll run once more, and it's Pollard again. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down.
7-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 7.
From the gun, here's Ward. Short one there to Okonkwo. And he'll be out of bounds, well short of the line to gain. And that'll set up 4th down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem. And that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
Good coverage by Parity. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. So here come the Chargers, and it's year 6 and year 2 for Justin Herbert, Greg. It's year 2 with Jim Harbaugh, but the 6th season for the 6th overall pick in the 2020 draft.
And we all know how talented this guy is, Mike, right? From the physical sense, that's obvious. But what really separates him, and it really came through when we had a chance to talk to him this week, is really his ability to operate from the neck up. His processing speed, his decision-making. It seems like he's always one step ahead of the defense, and when he's on, he's proven to be really hard to beat.
Big gain on the ground here as he takes this up past the 40-yard line. An ideal beginning to this drive. 24 on the first play.
42-yard line.
I think this is something that we can expect to see here, especially early, Mike, as this team gets into a rhythm. They want to lean on this run game. They feel like they have a lot of advantages over this defense, and you can see from the first play here why they feel that way.
He'll get this out to his running back.
Herbert's pass complete to Kamani Vidal. It's a pickup for 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at their 48-yard line.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 4. Harris, the man in motion. That's complete. It's the rookie from Ole Miss. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and...
Oh, a loose football! One of his teammates there to take it back in.
Now, obviously, there's never a good time to fumble the ball. It's probably the thing that teams stress the most is ball security. But it makes it a little bit easier knowing that your own team was able to fall on top of it, and at least you can maintain possession.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Motion man is Harris. Quickly to the outside and complete. And he'll get about 7. Still short of that first down. And they'll try to convert it on third down.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
Throwing is Herbert on third down. He gets this one complete to Johnston. Give him 14 on that one. It's good for a Charger first down.
That's another Chargers first down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
Herbert keeping it on the zone read. And he won't try to risk much more, sliding down a gain of 3.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
Harris, the man in motion. Herbert. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 17-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9. Here comes Vidal. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
This drive in danger of stalling out on 3rd and 10. They bring their tight end right. Throwing is Herbert on 3rd down. To the goal line and in. Chargers.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
Cameron Dicker, the kicker for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Chargers will take a 7-0 lead.
Titans, nothing.
After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. Julius Chestnut to bring it back. They get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. The Titans offense going to take over now for the second time. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. They'll give it to Pollard to start this drive. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3.
Now the former Tulane star. Here's Tyjae Spears. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
Now a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for the first down with Pollard. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
This is one of those down and distances where the offense really could either run or pass, but give credit to the defense. They sold out to stop the run, and boy, were they right. They take them down for a loss.
Here's Johnny Hecker now. He's on to punt for the 2nd time in this opening quarter. The Chargers offense ready for their second possession. They lead it here early 7-0 as they start with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Herbert. Quick throw, slant, caught by Johnston. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
At the 30-yard line.
They'll run with Vidal. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. Call it a gain of 13. And the Chargers have the first down.
A gain of 13
Really nice
yards.
explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
Quentin Johnston, the man he was looking for on that one. And it'll bring up second down.
Second and 10.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike, make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
He'll get this complete left side to Johnston. And he's got about 5 on this one before he's out of bounds. And they're set up a little bit better for 3rd down.
Not the biggest gain in the world, Mike, but what I really like from the quarterback is just the timing of the drop, the timing of the delivery, and hopefully this can jumpstart this offense in the right direction.
A handoff, and this is Vidal.
The ball carrier. The tackle made at the 47-yard line. A gain of 4.
The Titans will use the first of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down's looming. The Chargers get set to kick it away. Back deep for Tennessee, Jim DK. And not the greatest of results here. This is going to hit in the field of play and continue out of bounds. Out comes the Tennessee offense. They get set to see what they can do. And so far, 2 drives, 2 punts, no first downs. Not a winning formula as they start drive number 3. They'll start this drive on the ground with Spears. And he works his way through an opening. Up past the 35. Nice run for 8 on that one.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 36-yard line.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 2. On play action, it's Ward. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. That is the 9-time Pro Bowler Khalil Mack in for the sack. It is a loss of 8, and now it's 3rd down.
So after picking up some positive yardage on 1st down, they end up going backwards on 2nd. That sack now brings up 3rd and long, and what most of the time is a very pass-happy situation makes them very one-dimensional.
Third and 10. Out of the gun, Ward. Back to the sideline and intercepted. Picked off by Dante Jackson.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
So now here comes the Chargers as they get set to take over once more. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. On play action now, Herbert. To the middle of the field, he's got Johnston. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal. So a big one there to start the drive. 45 yards.
1st down. 1st and goal, Chargers.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Now a chance to pay off that big play. They have it 1st and goal. Here's a run. Some room to run as he takes it down to the 2-yard line.
At the 2-yard line. A gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Now, here's 2nd and goal. Right down. Trying to find a crease in that mass of humanity, but he is going to come up short.
Stop short of the goal line. A gain of 1.
So a little extra time to think about this 3rd and goal as we've hit the end of the 1st. 7-0 is our score. And we're back in Music City after this. It's the Chargers with the football to begin this 2nd quarter, looking for that final yard. It's 3rd and goal as we are ready to get back underway. He'll try to run this one in, and he barrels his way into the end zone. Kamani Vidal, touchdown LA. A lot of big bodies down there, but at the end of the day, the one that mattered, the one with the ball, finds the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, once that back gets the ball, Mike, he's just looking for a little crack of daylight, and he's thinking, I'm going to run into it and just hope I come out the other side. And in this case, the other side's the end zone, and they get 6.
Point after now from Dicker. He gets it to go, and the Chargers move out on top, 14-0.
14. Titans, nothing.
After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. On the return, here comes Chestnut. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And this will wind up working out well. He's going to take it up to the 40-yard line. Good return. The Titans offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Now Ward going to hold on to it. He'll take this forward for about 5.
Good decision by the quarterback. In this situation, all you're looking to do is have a positive play. He decides to pull it, and that's exactly what he's able to do.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 4. Shotgun snap for Ward. He's got a man here. That's All-Madden. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
He'll burrow his way forward for a couple. Benjamin St. Juste there on the tackle.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Third, they need 8. Now it's Ward. Now a screen. Here's Pollard. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Gain of 9 yards.
The best time to call a screen is when the defense is anticipating pass. Allow that defensive front to rush the passer. Just get through the offensive line enough before you drop it to your back. Get out behind those big offensive linemen and pick up the 1st down.
From the gun, here's Spears. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. 1st down for Tennessee.
1st down.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you could have 2 or 3 that can all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I can guarantee you that interception he threw on the previous drive, that's still in the back of his mind. You got to know when to take a chance, and you got to know when to just throw the ball away and live for the next down.
Here's Ward now on 2nd down. He gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
To throw is Ward. throwaway and completes it. And he will easily pick up the first down. They've got first and goal coming up.
First down. First and goal at the 6-yard line.
So we heard about this budding connection all the way back in training camp in the summer. So it's nice to see those reps starting to translate on game day. And I think these two might have a really bright future together. And the more plays they make, the more we're going to see that confidence grow.
And he's into the end zone. Tony Pollard. Touchdown, Tennessee. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Joey Sly on now for the point after. He's got it. And the Titans are on the board. It's now 14-7.
14. Titans 7.
Following the touchdown, here's Sly to kick it away. Safe kick taken at the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Chargers offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. On the ground, it's Vidal. That's going to be good for a Chargers first down. They'll take this up to the 38-yard line.
It's a gain of 11.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
They'll give this to Vidal. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense. And that's exactly what they've been able to do.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll run here with Patterson. And he's going to be brought down, but not until he gets inside the 35.
It's a gain of 21
They get 21 on that one. First down, LA.
A gain of 21 yards. First down, Chargers.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. On the ground, they'll go with Vidal. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Taken down.
Running back looked a little unsure of himself on that carry there, Mike. You have to think back to that fumble earlier in the game. How much is that still weighing on his mind? He didn't really seem to attack that hole like we've seen in the past. He gets stopped for no gain.
On 2nd down, here's Herbert. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he'll be stopped short of the first down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
Herbert looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He'll try to run for it. Give him 11 on the scramble. And give them a new set of downs.
It's a gain of 11. That's another Chargers first down.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd down. Starts out as a pass. Nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner. Picks up the 1st down.
And he'll be forced out of bounds. Just a couple of yards short of a 1st down. That's a pickup of 8.
Down at the 7-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
A good spot here. 2nd and a yard. Working from the shotgun. He'll hand this one off. And he will get into the end zone. Kimani Vidal. Touchdown, Los Angeles. That's his 2nd touchdown so far here in the first half. Dicker now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Chargers will take a 21-7 lead.
Titans 7.
After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. On the return, it's Jim DK. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Tony Pollard heading out with the rest of his Tennessee teammates for their next drive. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Ward trying to keep it here on the zone read. The defense not fighting. They stay at home, and they tackle him for no gain.
Well, it's been the case this entire first half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Straight ahead, it's Spears. And he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. Justin Avoidby in there on the stop.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 8.
We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Throwing, Ward. That's to the left side and taken in by Jefferson. He's going to have the 1st down. That one good for 9, and the drive continues.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
On 1st and 10, Ward. That's complete to DK. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A gain there of 21. That's good for a Titan first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard
Rookie
line.
to rookie right there, Mike. And I'll tell you what, they've got some really good young pieces on this roster.
Set to go now on first and 10. On the give, it's Pollard. There he goes, inside the 30. And it's a big run down to the 10-yard line. It's a big one for Tennessee. It's a gain of 34.
Sometimes all it takes is that one key block to spring this back. He's just so good in open space. And, man, that was a heck of a run, and it sets up first and goal.
From the gun, here's Ward. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
Well, that's certainly one way to bounce back here defensively after giving up a huge explosive play on the previous snap. To bounce back and come away with the sack. Now you find yourself in second and long. You can catch your breath, and the opportunity to get off the field has just gone up.
What 2 minutes remain here in this first half. We're back to Nashville in a moment. Here now, second down and goal. Here's Ward. This one brought in by All-Madden. And they get a little bit back there, but still a long ways to go coming up with third and goal.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
This one just too far for the receiver. Out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. Trying to hook up with Tyjae Spears coming out of the backfield that time. And now it's fourth and goal.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
Slide's kick is good. And the Titans cut the deficit a bit. The new score is now 21-10.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
Joey
Slye back out to kick this one away. The return starts from the 5. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Chargers offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. First and 10. Motion man is Harris. Herbert now on first down. Going left side, complete to Harris.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
Second and 5. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. Throw on the run is complete. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the first of their timeouts. And they'll stop it just over a minute remaining in this first half.
At the 43-yard line.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Harris, the man in motion. On first down, Herbert. Open receiver, that's Harris.
Complete to number 9, Trey Harris. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at their 49-yard line.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They'll motion the slot man right. Herbert to the air again. Once again, he gets it to Harris. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a first down.
Herbert to the air again. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
Throwing again, Herbert. He's got his tight end, Arande Gadsden the second. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
One final throw before the break. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the 3rd quarter as we're ready to kick off the 2nd half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you. 2nd half drawing near. So good to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this 2nd half gets underway. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Chargers offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this 3rd quarter. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with first down. Here comes Vidal. And he'll gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line.
He was brought down by Cedric Gray. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 36-yard line.
Here comes 2nd and 4. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. This one across midfield to the 47-yard line. A gain there of 16 yards. It's good for a Charger first down.
And with that run, this back is closing in on almost 100 yards for the game today, Mike. He's had a lot of those good chunk plays. This defense has not had a great answer for him so far.
Here's 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground. And he powers his way forward, doing it on the ground inside the 40, a gain of 8.
At the 39-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2.
Ball on the 39. Here's second and a couple. Tight end going in motion here. They'll stick with him again. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
The best linebackers at this level, Mike, they have all the physical attributes. That's a given. But it's really their instincts. It's their ability to dissect and predetermine where the ball is going before the ball is even snapped. And you could see with how fast he met the back at the point of attack, he knew exactly what play was coming.
And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down.
So there's a saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
They'll run with Vidal, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
On the ground, here comes Patterson. He'll dodge one would-be tackle and wind up getting a nice gain of 6 on the play.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide-open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for, and I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
Second time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a first down.
I can't tell you, Mike, how many of these offensive skill players around the league, they look at man coverage as like a personal offense. After that last completion on the way back to the huddle, I think he had a few choice words for him. I think he said, hey, man, you can't guard me one-on-one. You better ask your coach for some help, because if he doesn't, you're going to be in for a long day.
That's into the hands of Harris. A powerful run just shy of the goal line. But he has picked up the first down. It is first and goal.
It's been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone, and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with first and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
Shotgun now for Herbert. And he'll take it on in. Oronde Gadsden. Touchdown Chargers.
You can just see the comfort, Mike, that this offense continues to play with. The early momentum in the first half has carried here after the break, and you can see this group just slowly starting to pull away.
And I'm thinking, Greg, about the guys on the other side. You're waiting at halftime, that other offense waiting to get back on the field. What happens? They come right out, extend the lead, and now the task gets a lot tougher for this second half. Point after now from Dicker. He's got it. And the Chargers will extend this third quarter lead.
Titans 10.
After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. Jim Ray DK now to return it. Whoa! And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Titans offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. Spears to start the drive. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They'll stay on the ground with Spears. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. A pickup of 12 yards. First down for Tennessee.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks. So don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
On first down, Ward.
In a lot of offenses, Mike, these quick passes to the wide receivers really fall under the run category. Of course, they're going to go down as a forward pass, but to a lot of offensive coordinators in the league, it's a lot easier to pick up first and second down yardage on these quicks than it is to turn around and hand it off to your running back and count on blocking everybody.
Out of the gun, Ward. Short one there to Okonkwo. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
First down.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
Out of the gun, they give it to Pollard. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
A corner who is not only a good tackler, Mike, but a willing tackler can be a huge asset to any defense. So often they get a bad rap. They're considered just pass defenders. They want to run around. But for a guy to be able to come up and force the run and keep this to no gain, man, that makes a big difference on any defense.
A quick throw out wide, caught left side. And nice work there after the catch. He's a little short of the first down after a gain of 7.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for the first down with Pollard.
He was brought down by Justin Avoidby. A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
A field goal, no gimme from this distance. They'll go on 4th down. They'll try it now with Spears. And he's not going anywhere. Stuck behind the line. They have turned it over on down.
Yeah, when you find yourself down big here in the second half, you have to maximize every possession. And that's exactly what the coach tried to do, going for it on 4th down. Give yourselves a chance to cut into this big lead. But it's the defense that came through again with a huge stop. And that's going to make their chances of coming back that much more difficult.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. A handoff, and this is Vidal. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
The tackle by
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
2nd and 10. Herbert keeping it on the zone read. Probably should have given that one up. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
A lot of defense's strategy of defending the zone read, Mike, is we want that quarterback to pull the ball. It's one of their few chances throughout the course of the game where they can get their hits on them, and in this case, they're able to hold them to no gain.
Throwing is Herbert on third down. That one intercepted. Picked off by Kevin Winston. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
So anytime you're really sensing pass, Mike, the first thing you want to do, flood the field with defensive backs. Good things typically happen. I mean, that's a great call there by the defensive coordinator to counter that play, because no matter where that ball was going, they had someone in the neighborhood who had a shot of making the play and getting them off the field.
Now, first down throw for Ward. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down.
We tend to make NFL offense very complicated, Mike, but sometimes it's as simple as this. Get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and just let them do the rest.
From the 38 now, here's second down and 3. They run it straight ahead with Pollard. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is first down.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Again, it's Pollard. And he's going to be bottled up quickly after a gain of about 1. Jamari Caldwell there on the tackle.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8 at the 31-yard line.
From the 31, here's second and 8. Up the middle, here comes Pollard. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. That's good for a Titan first down.
Really nice job by the interior of this offensive line. It typically just takes one guy to distort the defense to give the back enough room to operate, and that's exactly what they did here, and it led to a big gain.
So here's a first and 10 now, down inside the 20. On display there. Nifty footwork setting up first and goal.
That's another Titans first down. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
And he continues to carry the ball well. Another nice one here. But as they find themselves continuing to trail here in the second half, the opposing team's defense is not really concerned about the run game. They need to find a way to use the pass to get the lead and then go back to this run game to close the game out.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of play. So it'll be second and goal when we return. We are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. So push back to the 11-yard line for second and goal. Shotgun snap for Ward. And they'll get about 5 yards closer, but now it is third and goal.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
Now Ward on third and goal. And that's going to be incomplete, but a flag down in the backfield. That's the area we usually see holding. On fourth down,
Joey
on is the
Sly
veteran
on for the
Joey
Tennessee
Sly for
field
the
goal.
Titans field goal.
23-yard attempt.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good.
Makes the score.
And the
Chargers
Titans
28,
are back within 2
13.
scores.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
Joey Sly back out to kick this one away. Here's Darius Davis to return. A good return as he takes it across the 30. Justin Herbert back out there. He and the Chargers getting set to go once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. Gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line.
Up for the tackle. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 37-yard line.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd down and 4. From the gun, it's Herbert. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
Quarterback's trying to give his big tight end a chance to go up and use that large catch radius, unable to connect. Little letdown here for the tight end community, Mike.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Motion man is Harris. Herbert going to try to throw on 3rd down. He gets this one complete to Johnston. And he will have a 1st down, but I don't think that's going to stand. They're already heading backwards. So after the 5 yards are walked off, they face 3rd and long. To throw, it's Herbert. He's got a man! It's Harris! He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
And the Chargers 1st down. It's a gain of 20. 1st down, Chargers.
That might end up being the backbreaker right now. This defense desperately needed to get off the field and give their offense a chance to cut into this 2-score lead. But instead, they now got to defend a fresh set of downs. And as you look up at this clock, they might be running out of time.
And he'll be out of bounds as the 1st down's completion nets about 3.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
On the ground, they'll go with Vidal. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
All these stops are great. You're trying to cut back into this deficit, find your way back into this game. Well, the defense can make as many stops as they want, Mike. This game's going to come down to what does their offense do when they take the field.
And the Chargers will punt, getting set to kick it away. As they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth-quarter lead. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. Tony Pollard heading out with the rest of his Tennessee teammates for their next drive. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Ward gonna keep it here on the zone read, and he maneuvers his way forward, a gain of 6.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 3. From the gun, here's Ward. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
And it looked like that zone coverage had his head a little bit spinning there, Mike. I'm not sure he got a real clear picture of what the defense was giving him, and as a result, he holds the ball a little bit longer than he would have liked, and the defense is able to get home.
Ward now on 3rd down. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A gain of 24 through the air. 1st down for Tennessee.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Okay, so now you pick up that 1st down, Mike, but now there needs to be a sense of urgency. You know you need to score twice. So this one, ideally for the offense, results in a touchdown. But either way, this first score of the 2 needed needs to be fast, because you need every possession you can here late in the 4th quarter.
Benjamin St. Just on the tackle. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 43-yard line.
From the 43, here's 2nd down and 5. Throwing, Ward. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Chig Okonkwo was the intended receiver. And 3rd down coming up. Throwing is Ward. Looking for Jefferson deep downfield. That one broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. What great work just to get those hands up there. And now it's 4th down.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. He's got his tight end. That's Okonkwo. He's going to pick up a Titans 1st down. They'll get the conversion. It's a gain of 14.
And the Titans 1st down.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
Ward to throw again. He swung out wide to Spears.
Ward's pass complete to Tache Spears. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 23-yard line.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 5. Throwing again is Ward. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
3rd and 5.
He was looking for Chim DK that time. And it'll be third down. Again, it's Ward. Now a deep ball toward the end zone. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
They snap it to Ward. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And they're going to get the first down. They were forced to go for it, and it's going to work out for them.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown. At this stage of the game, things haven't been going your way, so one more mistake, it could just be too much to overcome. So a nice decision there. Just throw it away out of bounds and give your team a fighting chance.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. To the air again. Ward. That's complete to DK. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
It's a gain of 5.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike. And what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that. I like the idea of taking your shot there on 3rd down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up 4th down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6?
On 4th down, Ward. That's taken in, and he will have the first down. So they roll the dice on 4th down in the red zone, and it pays off with 1st and goal.
First down.
I love this concept here. Really good job by the other receivers clearing out that space. Big tight end comes down with the catch, and it's going to bring up 1st and goal.
Show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. Some room to run as he takes it down to the 2-yard line.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
Pollard will take it in. Touchdown. So they get the touchdown, and now it is a 9-point game. Greg, you can go for 1 and make it a 1-possession game. Or some people think about going for 2 here. What would you do?
I think I'm going for 2, Mike. Listen, the way you have to look at it is I need a 2-point conversion at some point. But I want to know now, am I down truly 2 scores, or am I able to get it down to 7 and truly make it a 1 score? So I'm going for 2 now, and I want to know what the rest of this game looks like. How many possessions do I need?
And now it's a 9-point game, so they'll go for just 1 here. The kick here is good, so they are back within a possession. That gets it down to an 8-point game.
Titans 20.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. Davis now to return it. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Chargers offense ready for this next possession. The advantage is 8. We'll see if they can make this a two-score game on this drive. First down and 10. Here's Herbert. They'll try to hit him with a screen. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick first down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. Here comes Vidal. Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line. The Titans will use the first of their timeouts. Talk things over before third down. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. This one down the field, but lined up incomplete.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
DK to return. That's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. The Titans offense back onto the field for their next possession. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Ward. That one into the hands of Jefferson. And they'll get about half what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 4 at the 33-yard line.
So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Here's 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. He'll go right back to Jefferson. They connect again. They get 10 yards on the hook up there. That's good for a Titan first down.
And these are the throws that when they evaluate young quarterbacks coming out of college, they want to see you be able to make. Everyone worries about how far you can throw the ball, and while that's certainly important, to be able to make the throws from sideline to sideline, especially in those intermediate zones, drive the ball through space, because in this league, an open window is going to close in a hurry.
He was looking for Van Jefferson there. It's 2nd down. snap for Ward. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force third down.
Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
Throwing on third down, Ward. And that could be the dagger. It's intercepted. Picked off by R.J. Mickens. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick six for touchdown. Late in the game, a big turnover goes back the other way. A back-breaking score.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, Mike, you're just trying to make something happen. You find yourself trailing, less than 2 minutes remain. You're just taking some chances. In this case, the chances backfire, and the other team's able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
Kicker now for the extra point. The kick is good, and the Chargers will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. On the return, here's DK. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Titans offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll come up for 1st and 10. Now it's Ward. Short one there to Okonkwo.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
Here comes 2nd down. Back to throw is Ward. A throw on the move is caught. And they're not going to catch up to him. He will score. 70 yards. Touchdown, Tennessee. And now it's a 9-point game, so they'll go for just one here. The kick here is good, so they are back within a possession. That gets it down to an 8-point game.
Titans 27.
They've got just the 2 timeouts remaining, so they'll line up and take their chances right here with an onside kick.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
So now here comes the Chargers as they get set to take over once more. And still 2 timeouts left for the defense, but no real need to use them. They're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. A tight end in motion now. On the ground, it's Vidal. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Here's a timeout, Tennessee. It'll be their second as they get it with just under a minute to go in this football game.
At the 29-yard line.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Second and 11. So it's a win for the visiting Chargers. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, they got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.